I made a lot of different grain presets over the years, but I think this one here is the most simplest and also best sounding and probably also most CPU friendly preset so far. And I want to show you in this video how it works, how it sounds, and yeah, kind of give you a quick rundown. So you have your multiple recorders, and we record the sequence basically into multiple recorder modules here from the beginning to the end of the sequence. And we can change the recording length. And what this does is basically it changes the delay time here for the record trigger. So when we pull this up here and hit record, you can see it starts by recording the first, then here, then here, then here, then here, here, and then the last one. So it delays basically the recording trigger, so we can record different points in time throughout the sequence. So what I do now here is I play something on the keyboard and hit record. Okay, so each recorder now recorded in different points in time. And we can now hit playback here. And because we have this spread out here, or the sequence spread out over different recorders, we can change the play position. Right, so all the way up is basically only using the last two recorders, and which is kind of the end of the sequence, or the beginning of the sequence, right? And we can move through these different recordings. So this is cool, but then I thought it would be better if we actually spread this out over different voice stacks and have slightly different timings on each voice stack. So we can do this here with record spread, right? We pull this up, and now every recorder has a slightly different timing like before, but now also on top of that, on each 16 voice stacks, we have different delay timings for each of these recorders. And this looks like this. You can see it records on different voice stacks differently. Okay. Now it sounds more cloudy, it's more diffused in a way. So this is basically the whole recording process, right? Recording length, and recording spread. And if you pull this up, you have more influence over when you want to record something in your sequence. Then we have here the play section, so we can change the play position, right? As you can see here. So we can go to the beginning of the sequence or to the end of the sequence. You can also modulate this here, maybe the random modulator later on here. I have already here some kind of random modulator attached, so we can do it like this. And then move slowly through the positions here. So this is possible. We can also increase the position spread here, which means we, instead of having a position here going back and forth, we kind of play everything at once. You can see here we select multiple recorders at the same time. So now the position is not that important anymore, because we just play everything. So this is the playback portion here. Then we have the play shape, which is kind of a volume shape, where we have more like a steep attack and release for the volume shape for each grain, or more like a slow attack and slow release. And we can also spread this out, so we have different shapes on different voice stacks. Then we have the playback shift here. So we can change the triggering of the recorders or when the playback is triggered, but I usually just leave this here at 0. And then we can change the playback spread. So now you can see here the playback dots are spread out more evenly, so you have like, you fill in the gaps basically, and you create more like a reverb out of this. And then we have widespread here, which basically pans each of these recorders to a different side, left or right. And then if you want to, you can just record once and then play it back, or you trigger this multiple times with maybe a random modulator or some random MIDI triggers. I don't know. So the good thing about these recorders in Bitwig is basically they keep their buffer until it's overwritten with something new. So you can hit record while you still record delayed things in here, right? So you can record new things into these early recorders here, and old recorders are still playing, so you can hit this multiple times here and then get some different results. So this is maybe great if you don't want to use pause stretch or VST devices and you want to keep it minimal and you want to use only Bitwig devices. And for me, it's more or less like practice. So I have fun creating these devices. So it's not like you need to do this in Bitwig. It's just, for me, it's fun. And for you, it's maybe something you can play around with and have some fun with that. And it's also great practice and also testing if you can do it in Bitwig, right? So like I said, you can just record your stuff and then have it more like a drone in the background, or you can use this whole preset inside of a reverb or maybe inside of a delay, and you can maybe just randomly trigger the record, randomly trigger play, or change these shapes with some random modulators here. So there are all kinds of different things you can do with this. And you can fairly rebuild this here also from my screen. So if you want to rebuild it. If you don't want to rebuild it, I put this on my Patreon for all premium subscribers. So you can download this and can play around with that. I think it's a kind of a nice device for just a Bitwig device. Maybe I go here to different... let's record your normal piano. Maybe you use it very short recording length here and short spread. Let's see how this sounds. You can also play around with the transport length. That's not linked here to some macros. But everything you change here will also change the volume fades and the triggerings and so on. Let's record again. Okay, let's pull this up here again. So yeah, it's a lot of fun to play around with this. You can maybe also learn how the grid works with this by just dissecting this, or maybe extend it if you want to. I'm not mad about this. So yeah, this is on my Patreon. Link is in the description below if you want to rebuild it. It's all you need. It's on the screen. There's nothing hidden. There's no pre-FX, no post-FX. It's just in here. I maybe only used here voice stacking basically to spread out some parameters here, the offset and the shift here with this one. And with this one, I changed the offset for the logic delay here, which changes basically the recording offset or recording delay. Okay, that's it. If you like the video, then like it, I guess. Subscribe to the channel and hit me up with the questions in the comments. And thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.